for the plot, but we all know it is probably not. Little chat with another slice of life. Biggles keeps talking about another villainess. And in a troubleに越されているので、私たちはそれら忘れて分析します。It's the Biggles breakdown, another anime night, fighting all the shows and the plots. It's time for the Biggles breakdown. Breakdown.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Biggles Breakdown. I am joined by Little Chad and my other co-host, Simpson Law. He has spent $250,000 on his favorite escort.
$250,129.67 precisely.
Yes, on his favorite ethot, who does not love him back. Do you mind telling us what
her name is Rem?
About? Her name is Rem. Well, if that's the case, I understand. All right, do you want to tell us what that's about? Let's just fucking jump into it right off the bat. So I actually saved.
Do we want to go right into the rent-a-girlfriend stuff?
Yeah, let's just fucking do it. Actually, I'm going to share a different screen after I close my DMs. Now, I saw this and I just had to bookmark it. So, Crimson, do you want to tell us what this actually means? Let's see if it shows up. Is it going to show up? Hello? There we go. I got this tweet from Crimson.
Okay, there's a thing here.
It is all right.
Okay, so you're one of the people who bookmarked this. Okay.
I did. But so Kazuya has spent estimatedly $250,000 on whatever the fuck her name is and Rent a Girlfriend. After 380 chapters, he gets rejected for his love confession. Now we have Crimson, so I bookmarked this so I can have it on the show.
Okay.
Whatever you want. Go for it.
So, I mean, you want to go through this piece by piece and have me explain it, or do you want me to pull it up and read it myself and talk about it?
I want you to do whatever the fuck you want. And I have this up just for you. I saw this post and I was like, listen.
Look, the discourse around Rent-a-Girlfriend has basically come to like the point where people are discussing the idea of whether or not Kazuya deserves any sort of relationship with Chizuru. And the big question about it is, or the big objection people have to it is, well, just because you paid this much money doesn't entitle you to a relationship. It doesn't entitle you to sex. It is basically the ultimate nice guy tactic of, I paid you so much money. Why don't you give me sex yet? Yeah, we get it. Okay. That would be one thing if it were just some like standard parasocial relationship where you have a guy spending godless amounts of money on a person he had no reasonable path to a relationship with. Like if we're talking about someone spending like $250,000 on Pokimane, yeah, you shouldn't expect anything out of that. She's a streamer. She's bilking you for everything you've got. With Chizuru, it's a little bit different because there are a lot of times where he's genuinely just being a good friend to her, and there are a lot of times where like she's actually egging him on and encouraging this. So like it's either like shit or get off the pot, effectively. Either you cut him off and you be responsible and respectful to him because you know that this isn't healthy and you have no intention of reciprocating, or you just commit to it and you accept it. I mean, she says she has feelings for the guy, but she doesn't want to date him.
So
what the fuck?
Crimson, have you heard of keeping them on the hook? Have you heard of that phrase, keeping them on the hook?
Yes.
Okay. Little Chad, have you?
Yes.
I have, yes.
All right. So basically, she's doing that. She's like, I got him like on the hook. And as long as he's on this hook, he's going to keep giving me fucking money. And I've never seen this show. It's just everything I've heard about this show because I really don't care because this is basically a bad version of Pretty Woman. And I already thought Pretty Woman sucked ass, okay? If you're paying a girl to go on dates with you as you're renting a girlfriend, it's fucking stupid. Now, she's keeping him on the hook. She's keep giving her money because he's a fucking idiot. So he is her hook.
Well, again, it would be one thing because like they do,
Right.
like
The
even in
hook
the
brings
first
you
season,
back.
they do know a lot of like Chizuru genuinely does like Kazuya, even if she doesn't realize it right out the gate, which is 380 chapters. Komi was long and it still did better than this series with everything, okay? But that's another topic. When it comes to Rent a Girlfriend, it's basically been a will they won't they sort of dance as Kazuya basically blunders his way through like every relationship check that even the most pro-tag coon of pro-tag coons would have been able to clear. And then you finally get to like the confession, the payoff, and all of that. Okay, like the big thing in this, and I'm pretty sure I said it in this tweet. It was effectively, so it's not that Kazuya paid that much and got nothing. That logic's retarded. We all laugh when laugh at Twitch e-girl simps who do the same. It's the nature of that spending. It's that on top of all the other shit that he's done. That's gone down in this. It's another nail in the coffin, effectively. The $250,000 is another nail in the coffin as to why her rejecting the confession is completely retarded. People want to make it about like, oh, well, you can't just pay for sex. They almost didn't read the same series. Like everyone's like trying to make like this huge like deep commentary about like parasocial relationships and like being the nice guy and all that. I'm like, guys, you're that meme where like the point's going over your head. The point is, this shit sucks ass. It is an awful story.
Little Chad, you want to add to this?
I mean,
Like, it doesn't matter that Kazuya paid the money. Okay, that's not the point. The point is he's paid the money plus a bunch of other stuff. Like he like as much as I do not like Kazuya,
didn't
he
he make her dream come true?
Series. A lot of people praise. Yes, he bankrolled like making a film for her so that she could do her debut for her grandmother before her grandmother died. That was like him pushing for that so that she wouldn't have the regrets. So like I said, it's not the money. Like he didn't just pay the money. He did some genuinely good things for her. He actually like went out of his way to do good things for her. And people who want to make it about, well, you can't just pay for a sex. Are you fucking brain dead? The last part of this series that everyone praised was season 2 when they did the movie. And then everything after that, everyone was like, yeah, it just kind of sucks after that. It's just a drag. That's all they do is just will they, won't they dance the whole time.
It's fine to do
like into a discussion earlier about like what's the worst anime you've ever watched.
I think the will they won't they.
Go ahead.
Yeah, will they won't they is fine for some stuff, but you can't drag it out. What are we up? 380 chapters, a decade of manga. That's too much. You can't do it that level.
I think there's probably still a couple chapters left, so. But still, 380 chapters.
Look, well, okay, so say that. All right, so after this, yeah, I can guarantee you the actual ending of this manga is going to be she looks back and she regrets turning him down and then decides she's going to go back and accept his confession and happily ever after. But it's still stupid.
Well, here's the thing: is the last chapter. I believe the chapter comes out tomorrow. The next chapter, anyway. The last chapter basically ends with her hurting her ankle after all of that shit. So I've literally been saying in multiple places, I completely expect that what you're talking about to happen is they're basically going to have this huge thing where Kazuya does another nice thing for her, and then she's like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I actually do want to go out with you."
So this last
And it's going to be the most bullshit sort of thing. And Rent a Girlfriend fans are going to eat that shit up like the fucking slop they love.
Hopefully, Trunk
Oink,
Truck
oink,
can get some.
motherfucker. Here's your trough full of
All right.
garbage.
It's not impossible to pull off the rejection of a confession and then turning it into a happy ending. This last week, I've been watching clips they've been feeding into my YouTube feed because I clicked on one, and you know how that works, of Notting Hill, the movie with Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. And that movie's famous where her line where she comes to his store and was like, I love you. I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love. And he says no. And then the twist is within 10 minutes is like all of his friends are supportive till his roommate comes in and was like, "You're a daft prick. What are you doing? Rejecting the most beautiful actress in the world." And that's the moment where he realizes, like, "Oh my god, I made a mistake." You can do with it. The problem with Rent a Girlfriend is the moment for the rejection / change probably should have been in the arc with the movie. They should have had a moment where the movie was getting made where he confessed and she didn't want to do it because of that. And after the movie, like that's where you wrap it up. And that was what, like 180, 200 chapters ago on this manga.
No, I was about to say, I appreciate you playing devil's advocate on this, but like it's dragged on far too long for like anyone to justifiably say that this is a good romance.
No, that's what I'm
This
saying.
is basically
like what did you get? Dangers in My Heart, right? By chapter 100, they had the confession and they were together. What was it for?
I like to use Comey because it's of a
Darling?
similar length.
What was Dress Up Darling when like 120 by the time they finally got the
Like
confession?
160 or something like that.
Not too bad though. It's still,
I don't remember.
It's half. It's
No,
not-
like I was
it's
saying,
more
I
than
like to
less
use
than-
Comey as like a. I like to use Comey Can't Communicate as like a reference for like long series because I believe that one has a similar number of chapters to Rent a Girlfriend, but Comey's already finished, and the whole confession thing happens about halfway through the series. The second half of it is effectively Comey and Tadano just doing like stuff through the rest of their high school career up until going to college.
and that's where I think for some reason the manga like rom-coms are really scared of doing the post relationship arcs. They don't want to deal with it, even though I think I've been reading my Dangers in My Heart. They're up to about, I think I want to say right around in the 170 range. And there's been a lot of drama still available post confession to, make the story compelling. You don't have like what is the other one? More Than a Married Couple, but whatever. They've been together now for a while within that manga. I mean, you don't have to shy away from putting couples together from it. I know that Crimson has said in our super secret chat about the manga having like weird obsessive thoughts about Chizuru, and even though he's married and he still does weird things about Chizuru. So maybe that's part of it. Maybe the original idea was that it would have ended a lot earlier and he just couldn't let his girl go earlier.
So I just looked up My Dress Up Darling. It ends in 116 chapters. So it's only 116 chapters.
160 or 116?
16. The prologue
16 or 60?
16.
Okay.
1-6 is the epilogue. So it ends at 115 and then there's an epilogue. So the confession had to come before that.
That's well paced.
Okay. And look at that. A good romance. Like, I don't see why people like this. Like, genuinely cannot wrap my head around unless you're just a sadistic fuck. Like, why would you want to watch an e-simp suffer for 380 chapters?
because it's their life, man.
Like I'm no prone to watching character. I'm no stranger to watching characters suffer. I mean, ReZero, Berserk, but at least those went somewhere. Where did Rent a Girlfriend go in all of this time?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
It went nowhere. It went nowhere. Where's it going, Biggles? Nowhere.
Nowhere. You know what might actually have a relationship before Rent a Girlfriend?
What's that?
Oh, wait, hold on. That's the wrong one. Catch Me at the Ballpark. Which,
Man, did that end? That ended awesome. I really
no,
enjoyed
no,
it.
there's one more episode.
Oh, is it still? I feel like didn't that feel kind of like a finale?
Yeah, but now you have to the season's over, so now you have to get all the stuff, all the feels that happens after your team loses, and you have to wait till next season and all the stuff. But yeah, so you know what might happen before Rent a Girlfriend ever confesses? Ruiko and Murata getting together, or Yamada and Murata getting together, or Ruiko and Dennis, my baseball goddess, might happen before that, And this isn't like people, or okay, so this right here, this over, what the hell just happened?
What did just happen? What's going on?
Do you guys still see the screen? Because I don't.
I see it on the screen.
Yeah, I
on
do.
the stream. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't see it. So this description right here is wrong because also the name is wrong because when you watch the intro it says Catch Her at the Ballpark, not Catch Me. So like, and even I think the picture, the catcher in the ballpark. See, so like the translation's wrong. So because the translation's wrong, they tried to make Murata the main character, and Murata's not the main character. So to escape the thrilling jobs, Murata finds a new. So they're trying to make this a love story by their description, and it's also the same way in My Anime List. So it's not just this show. And Crunchyroll has the wrong name. But this show will probably have. It already has a better love story between the field announcer and the left fielder, I think he was. I think he was the left fielder. It's already got a better love story between them. And then you already got the married couple, Kojiro and his wife having the baby, right? So you got the happiness there, and he just fucking plays out of his mind. And then you have the pitcher who just had that devastating loss. And they're like, it's okay, man. And his girlfriend's like, now he won't propose to me. So we'll find out if they propose next episode, for the season finale. So there's so much in here. There has way better love stories in this show. That's not really a romance. It's just about the experience at the ballpark. And it already has a better love story than freaking.
I am genuinely conflicted on whether Salaryman-san should end up with Ruriko or the vendor girl who gives him the extra chicken.
I'm on the side of Yamada for this because I want.
She's giving extra. If she's giving extra chicken,
Extra
vendor
chicken.
girl all the way.
Let's go. She needs to get Murata. Okay, let Ruiko have her baseball goddess, or be the baseball goddess for Dennis, who she slapped on the butt and goes, "Nice betting." The girl who knows nothing about baseball could fall in love with the baseball player. That's what I'm hoping. But this has better love stories in it. In one episode, it gets a love story done better than fucking Rent a Girlfriend. But man, that fucking last episode, there's one more episode in the season because that was 11 episodes. There's 12 episodes. And man, there's nothing worse than your team getting bases loaded, 2 outs, make solid contact, and then it goes right to a player to end the game. And as a fan, you're devastated. And everybody was devastated. But Ruiko, who knows nothing of baseball, cheered everyone up, even though she was crying. Cheered everyone on.
I will say there is one thing worse, Biggles.
What's that?
It can be the World Series, and Mariano Rivera can be up to save the game, and a goddamn little plunk broken bat single.
I was at that game. It was fucking magical. Oh, yeah. I was at that game. I was like, fuck you, Yankees. Because I hate them. Yeah, I was at that game, man. My one of my sisters used to babysit for a lot of the players, so they hooked us up for Game 7. So we had they got us tickets, even though it was like the third thing, but it was right on the third baseline.
Were you in the WAG section?
No, they had better seats. They were in the lower deck. But yeah, they hooked us up with 4 tickets, and so my oldest sister and my mom weren't allowed to go, and it was my dad, who was a Yankee fan, and then the 3 of us who liked the Diamondbacks because they were the new team in town, and I got to go to a lot of games because I was in Little League, and they were doing all this Little League stuff. So watching that game live was fantastic as someone who hates the Yankees. It was terrific.
Watching that game live as a Yankees fan was not terrific.
Oh, well, my condolences, little Chad. I was there. It was fantastic. All right,
It'll
so
never be as painful as sitting through a whole season of Rent a Girlfriend. I'll tell you that much.
probably not, man. Probably not. Marcel says, I think the ending of My Dress Up Darling was lacking, where other mangas just kept on going. Dress Up Darling should have thrown in 10 more chapters to develop their relationship. I think it like goes to them being married and like in the
It could have
future
been
or
better.
something, right?
I think that's
Yeah,
one where
it ends. The epilogue is basically
I was
Go ahead,
gonna.
little Chad.
Oh, I was gonna say. I think when they get to the anime, I think that'll be one where they actually extend it out as a result.
All right, let's go to
yeah.
the
'cause
shit.
yeah, I think
when it comes to the My Dress Up Darling stuff, it is like the it could have been better, but I still think the ending is okay. I do like it when they actually do like show them like in their adult relationship, like married as a couple and all that in these romance stories. I think it's nice, but I feel like honestly, like ideal romance ending always comes back to Sweat and Soap because it literally show like the final chapter or the final couple of chapters is basically all about like them starting a family and like their kid growing up and all that. So
You know what my ideal romance is? None. None at all.
it's you and your right hand, isn't it?
Me and both hands and feet. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
So you're out here going
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
foursome, huh?
Okay, so let's talk about this fucking stupid ass show. We talked about it a little bit. We find out that Kurt is actually 1,200 years old, and he's this fucking retarded. I can't anymore. Knowing
Wait,
that one
did they
factor,
say that he was 1,200?
Hildegard said, well, the last time I saw him was 1,200 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
I was so distracted by.
So
Yeah.
he's older than
I
1,200.
was so distracted by
years
the fact that in the episode, I think it was the episode before, where
Yeah.
Kurt just straight up called the dad a pedophile on
Yeah.
anime.
yeah, he went full fucking retard. Like he's like, oh, they're young girls, so obviously you're a pedophile. And he's like, Hildegard's like, you're wrong. Paralyzed, you fucking idiot. Like this show was like dumb fun, but now it's just fucking retarded. And once you find out how old he is, there's no fucking reason for him to be as fucking stupid as he is.
Obviously, they age very slow.
Ugh.
As far as Unaware Atelier Meister. I didn't mind the last episode. It was just really fucking disappointing because it was dumb fun up until the last 2 episodes. It was the second to last that really ruined the fun for me. I don't mind Kurt being 1,200 years old. That's whatever. Like I kind of get it, considering this guy can make an immortality potion. Sure, that makes sense. The part that kind of ruined it for me was like Yalicia just starts like naming all of her like special attacks in like the dumbest way possible. I'm just like, I suddenly don't give a fuck. Magic slasher, I don't
Yeah,
give a fuck.
it fucking sucks.
Like you couldn't come up with like a better name. Like Subaru Natsuki's naming convention can be a little bit fucking dumb at times, but at least they're creative and original to the series. Magic Slasher is like the most generic sword attack you could have possibly.
This is why he
come up
got
with.
kicked out of his fucking group. This is a way worse version than the kid from the boonies, the last dungeon town, ends up in a starter town, right? At least Luke is really likable. This guy gets a harem for no reason, right? They're just like, oh, and I miss that they don't have the guild receptionist in as much because she's like, he would make a bunch of money as a male prostitute, you know? Like,
Do you like the Hildegard character since she's kind of the tsundere? Is that hitting the Biggles?
she's not even working for me as the tsundere. Like Witch Watch, they added the student council tropes, right?
Is it because she's too much of a lolly for
No,
you?
it's not even that. It's just fucking. They're all boring as shit. They're other than the crazy princess and the crazy guild receptionist. They all kind of suck. They're not compelling.
I was about to say the princess one to get her freak on at any given moment was okay, but it's still not as good as the superior freaky blonde darkness.
Yeah, exactly. No one can touch darkness, but you know that has a bunch of women that want the D, the brilliant healer's new life in the shadows. So I think this keeps getting better and better. That first episode never should have been an episode. And they should have started with episode 2. And I think it's getting better and better. It's still not a great series, but it's a lot better. You have that redhead kid Crescent or some fucking weird thing. He's basically Croissant, right? He's probably French, yeah, probably. He's like a little brown noser, always sticking his fucking nose up people's asses, like while he's licking it, because he's a fucking one of those. Becomes a man and was like, nah, like what you're doing is wrong. I'm siding with Zeno or Zenos because he was Zeno then or whatever to help heal the other person, the demi-humans. And he leaves, and he's been calling him big bro, and Zenos is just like, yeah, fuck off, you know. And Lily's like, no, I don't want a brother like you. And Zenos goes, he's kind of like an annoying little brother. And then even Lily's like nicer to him. So character growth, let's go. More character growth than fucking anything in Kurt's show. All right, what do you guys say?
I still don't think this one is that great. Like, as far as this goes, it's just, I don't know. It's been like the same all the way across. It's just an okay series. I would never say it's getting better and better because, I mean, there are random shots where like the animation team is suddenly like divinely inspired and does something good. Pardon me. And then the rest of the series is just like, I don't know. It's kind of like T-bait bad if you really sit and watch it. It's like,
listen, I thought the show was like a fucking 2 when it started, and now it's like a 5.5. So it keeps getting
because it was. It started in the middle. It never looped back around to why
exactly.
that episode mattered.
Hopefully, maybe the next episode they'll do it. Who knows?
It's not that great. It's just
Like, you can do stuff like that. Berserk does that. Berserk literally starts in the middle of the series like that. But then they do the whole prequel and tie it back into that and then continue on from there. This didn't do that. It just decided it was going to air a random ass episode at the beginning and be like, you know what? Fuck it. Here's some dumb stuff for you. Let's confuse the fuck out of everyone and make them wonder, give them whiplash. Like, what the?
But no matter what they do, nothing makes sense to go to that point. It's just a fucking episode where she's cooking and they're stealing her food. Nothing else matters in that fucking episode.
Yeah, that's my point. They literally never tie it back into the main series the way Berserk did. You can do this kind of thing. You just got to actually tie it back into the main series if you're going to loop around like that. If you're going to do a cold start and open in the middle of your story, you got to tie it all together. You can't keep them separated.
All right. Anything else, little chat on this one before we go to the next one?
it's a lacking show. It is. That's all it is. It is.
Maybe I'm being a little too nice because it's a healer show.
I'm fired.
You know, maybe
Ren a
I'm
girlfriend
fired
got
now.
Crimson all fired up.
Well, you know what will get him hot and bothered? Please put them on, Takamine-san.
This show has actually been really good.
Not hot and bothered,
One
but
hand, left hand, right hand.
the last episode of this one, I'll keep both of my hands on the screen the whole time. No, this show, the last episode that aired, so last week's episode, was actually probably my favorite of this whole series so far. This is one that genuinely has gotten better over time because guess what? It's finally an ecchi that has a proper story to it and actually cares about writing characters and not making the blacksmith a fucking retard so that we can shove in some more titties for
Hey,
you.
man, that whole show was titties.
All right. Well, I mean, if you want an S-rank monster to not be traveling around in boobs, maybe that's not your show. But no, I agree because I especially, since they introduced the other childhood friend, the lesbian tomboy,
Ellie.
she's been a very, it's been a great, story vehicle because she obviously, if you're watching the show, she picked up instantly that Takumi is just head over heels for him, and he's oblivious to it.
Yeah,
So-
Protag Kun is fucking retarded in this.
But on the other hand, what's really funny is that the girl is already making the moves to try to get she's got a
touch.
girlfriend and she's trying to NTR her girlfriend with Takamane-san over
Tried
here. It's
She's like, I'm sorry, I just had to touch the boobies.
and my favorite part was her afterward. If you wanted to, just tell me. I'm gonna let you. And then our pro tag's wild imagination getting away from him as he's outside the door when she's just playing with the cat.
Yeah. You can't lick my stomach.
The thing is, like, I really like this latest episode. She did the whole confession thing and then cut herself short, which irritated me. But at least she's completely aware of how she feels, and it's not like she is in denial about it. She's just either shy or prideful and can't quite figure it out. The haunted house scene, though, the haunted house was probably the best part of that episode for me.
Wait, what was the haunted house scene?
It's just acting. I'm only pretending to be scared. Oh shit! Oh rat!
Did I miss the haunted house scene? I'll probably have to go back and watch it. I must have missed it. I don't remember the haunted house at all. But then again, I am fucking sick as fuck.
Biggles only remembers
like
gay
the
stuff.
titties. Yeah, I've been sick.
Biggles says
I've been
titties are
sick
gay.
for like 3 days, so I might have been watching this a little medicined up and possibly fell asleep during the haunted house scene. So I'll have to go rewatch this episode. But I like how she was like, yeah, and my friend, and Ellie's just like, oh, it's so cute. She's like, she's too shy to say it. And then she goes on and she's like saying, and she's like, well, it's not his, or maybe he like, or she says something about him having bad grades. And she's like, did I say he had bad grades? Because she already knows who she's talking about.
Yeah,
And
and she kept being like, my friend. It's my friend who's doing this. My friend
Yeah,
dressed
but-
up in a cat cosplay.
yeah.
And he didn't even take advantage of her. My favorite little gag that they've been running with every time is how wildly lewd her imagination gets as soon as she's talking about like these crazy scenarios that would happen. It's like, if you don't go to college with me, there's going to be another boy there who's going to see me do this, and he's going to blackmail me. And the next thing you know, I'm going to be the queen of adults videos.
The adult industry, yeah.
It wasn't one of the early ones. You'd be the queen. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to be the best at it.
Exactly. Yeah, this show's fucking funny, man. Even if it's etchy as fuck, it's funny. I like it. Other than that first episode, which drew a lot of people off because they sped run Rising of the Shield Hero. But other than that, it's been great and hilarious, especially since Ellie joined.
In hindsight, too, now that you've seen the full character development arc for her, that first episode, she was never like.
Yeah,
it's it can really recalibrate how you feel about the first episode once she's been head over heels for him since elementary school. And
they were little,
yeah, and so she was never going to do anything bad to him.
She just did it in a recap.
Yep,
an alternate timeline, if you will. You know what doesn't have alternate timelines? Windbreakers.
Only 5 votes. Like, I guess Criticless is Criticless not really doing a lot on animation. It doesn't seem like they're hitting a lot of that. Is
most of the people that I have seen that do this are like A Money Wilson, who used to be here all the time, but I guess he said something happened and he can only watch us on Rumble and stuff now. So a comment on Rumble. A lot of them are people that I know. Like, well, I guess a lot of people on Criticless I actually know already, but they're like people I know or people I've talked to or people that have like talked to me about like some reviews and then review their own. So a lot of the anime stuff seems to be like us. So use this, So
like people in a specific circle.
As of right now. And I think it's mainly because that like political bias thing, right? So like if a movie seems to be very like political to a certain side, that way they can know, hey, like lead this. Like what did we put fear in as? Far right? Because all demons
lie and demons need to die.
Yeah, exactly. As a joke, we put it far right. Okay.
She's like a war presser. Demons lied, people died.
So Windbreakers, they finish their fight and we meet a former like top dog at Furin or Furin. How do you say it? Furin.
Furin. Not there's no D. It's Furin.
Furin. Okay, at Furin Academy. No.
Motherfucker.
Okay. But they got that guy.
You know what? I am sending this picture of midgets dressed up as the bad guys in World War II directly to your inbox.
I'll make sure to share it with Little Chad.
I guess I'm okay with that. Sure.
Yeah, I just need little Chad to be there,
Don't look. I'm still trying to like in the background work on my PC performance issues, so I'm clearing out like junk files and stuff. I happen to come across something that I have saved on here. It's literally a bunch of midgets dressed up like SS soldiers. It's titled "The One
Oh,
Third
no.
Reich."
Okay, yeah, that's funny. Okay, so so the guy comes back and he kind of insults Sakura, but also is trying to give him a compliment or whatever. And that pisses off Tsubaki. And then they all fight. And then because of that, there's a big gathering of the four kings. Unamiya is there. And then the class one reps or for the first years. So it's going to go into another thing. I think there's one more episode. So you'll probably get the story and then it will set up to the next arc. So far, it's been pretty good. You know, they had another fight in this episode. This guy's a much better fighter than the other dude. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. You guys want to say anything?
Windbreaker's good. It's not one of my favorites. It hasn't been. It just didn't catch me.
The world doesn't make any sense, so I kind of get that.
This season, as far as Windbreaker goes, this season the first part was good. I feel like the second part has been kind of lacking in a lot of areas. Like it's just not as good as the Keel arc or anything that came from season 1. So that's really where I'm at with it. Like it's a really good show. It has some good stuff to it, but this latest arc has definitely been its weakest part.
And it gets better again, so that's good to know. But we're going to go into our next thing with a clip from it because I want to. So, yeah. When your favorite assassin drinks apple juice, she becomes a baby, and our favorite ninja becomes a mommy.
I did like that by the end of the episode when she aged back up, she accidentally kept slipping and calling her mommy.
Mommy, yeah. So funny, man. This show, other than that one episode that went a little too far for me, this show has been hilarious. And I haven't really cared about the deaths, but that one was kind of hurtful because she finally made a friend and then she ruined it. So what do you guys think of the return of our robot that like the ninja in the earlier episodes?
It's funny because she was mocking her AI template to her face too. Like, I'm based on you, really?
Yeah, like you better step it up. Like you know you can do this. And then she's like, you know what? Times the leaves, destroys the house. Saves Marin, all of having the baby, right? Just gets good, yeah. She went through like I wish they showed it like a training montage.
Satoko actually did something useful for once.
I know. They should have done a fucking training montage though. Like they missed out on a great opportunity to have a training montage. But I guess without the training montage, it kind of looked like they were fucked, and then she's like, "Ha! I timed this perfectly." So yeah, it was pretty good.
Well, that's because the robot was they're doing the math. It all worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Like these backstories for these girls are always so bad. I do feel bad that I mean, it is what it is with the show that we've kind of just completely moved on from where she straight up eliminated her one new friend that she made in her class.
I know her one friend, and she's like, "Yeah, whatever." And then the other girl like talked to her and was like, "Oh, hi!" Like, I don't know that you killed my other friend, the one who I thought was so much like you, except you're a fucking murderer. Yeah, this show's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
When
that episode really fucking hurt.
Yeah, man, that fucking ruined me. But I think next week it ends, right? So, or this week it ends, right? So when we review next week, we'll have like the finale of Catcher at the Ballpark. We'll have the finale of a Ninja and Assassin Under One Roof. We should have the ending to Two Perfect Saint. We'll have the ending of Sword of the Demon Hunter. I don't know how many episodes we'll have of Vigilantes. How many does it say? Hold on, let's cheat. 13. So I think we'll have 2 more of Vigilantes.
I think we have one more.
One more? Are we at 12 already? We'll have one more of Apocalypse Hotel,
That's a
so
good
it should be
question.
over.
Is Intergalactic Evil Lord 12 or 13 episodes?
12. 12.
So that one will be done by next week.
So next week we'll have all our finales. So we'll fucking knock out of the finales. Let's see, with the finales going out next week, that will be what? The 23rd. Then the 30th, we'll figure something out. We'll do something fun. And then the next week we'll start the new shows, right? So 30th we'll do stuff. Maybe I will announce my new favorite top 10. It's going to be a villainous takeover.
I was about to say clearly the beginning after the end is going to take that.
It's
take a
going
spot.
it's going to be number
It already
1.
got renewed with the quickness.
Oh
Season
my
2
God.
is inbound.
Did you see that shit, man?
It didn't get renewed. It was already signed for 24 episodes.
Oh,
This was
lame.
before it even aired.
That was so funny.
Okay.
Crunchyroll's
Yeah.
like, it's coming back, motherfuckers. And we're all like, yeah, it made
This is what happens when Sony gets involved.
They're like,
Why can't Sony get involved with some of our classics that we can't get seasons? Like, we've got ones that have completed arcs. They can just go through and animate now to conclusion. And it's done. Like, it is a crime that they have not already just booked out for ReZero to be being animated for the next four seasons, probably. They've already got the material to cover, I think, 4 more seasons. You probably agree, Crimson?
Depends on whether they want to do an arc in each season. I'm not quite sure how much content would be in arc 7 and 8, but those are some pretty big ones. It looks like they're going to be doing arc 6 in one season. So, yeah.
Well, arc 6 has a lot of
another like 16 episodes in and of itself.
Yeah, I mean, arc 6 has the room to really, go knee deep into stuff and not try to speed run. So, I just think, I mean,
yeah, they better not speed run that, honestly.
More shows need to do. I mean, I knock on a couple of the way My Hero kind of wrapped up on the manga side, but I can say at least they've been fairly consistent about getting production done on the anime in a by anime standards a really rapid time frame. Like to get the amount of seasons that we have, it's really impressive, and I would hope that with all this investment coming from around the world where they need to put all this content, like how they are leaving on the table these continuations for really popular shows like Trapped in a Dating Sim. Like, why is it taking this long? That one, the light novels are done now. All 13 are done. The entire story arc is done. They could have, I think, looking at the way they've been breaking it down, they should basically just book an animation studio for another 5-6 seasons to wrap it up and be done. And you'd be good.
So on that one, the reason why it's going so slow right now is because it was more focused on knocking out. I can't find it. This anime that just like finished airing. I would know what it looks like if I see it. Um, it was from last season, I think. Maybe it was Unnamed Memory season 2. I think it's the same studio.
Yeah, this is where, it's a completely different mindset than what Japanese animation studios usually do. If you've got a show that has, if you've got the source material where it's actually done, or in
Mhm.
the case of a source material where you've got multiple seasons worth of content to go, where you don't have to like wait. So, an example of where you had to wait was One Punch Man, right? One
Mhm.
Punch Man had a fantastic season one, great animation, great show. The source material just wasn't there for additional seasons when
Mhm.
that got made. And so they waited. And then by the time they waited, the animation studios got flipped. They got new, all sorts of stuff got replaced. What would it look like, if like with ReZero, like the team that's doing ReZero is really good about making ReZero good.
Mhm.
That animation house, was it Whitetail?
I think so.
That does, they should basically have that becomes the dedicated ReZero team till that show is done. Now, granted, the people may like to have change or whatever, but you keep them on your story. You like the animation would stay more consistent. You'd be able to and just book them. Like this stuff is. The problem is they want to take it one season at a time so that if there's a big drop off, they're not financially liable for that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, I think with the world market the way it is, you get more return worldwide if you're consistent with material coming out every season, like every year. How much better is My Hero doing in the United States because they have a run where they were putting out new anime seasons consistently
Right. And isn't the next one next month?
for the actual proper, not the spinoff?
Right. Yeah.
I think it's a summer return.
Or it's either summer or the end of the year, right? It's this
Mhm.
year. Yeah. Okay. Um, did we want or did you guys watch Apocalypse Hotel? Now Ponko's an adult. She has a child. There was a death in the house, and the child is like, "Mom was taking a bath with the Candy Man," and Ponko's husband is like beats the shit out of him and was like, "I'm the cucked husband. It's okay, baby. Please, we can work this out." And she's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
The younger one's pure chaos.
yeah, that episode of Apocalypse Hotel was great. It was just like the absolute chaos that I love out of that show.
It
It
was
was
the
awesome.
creme de la creme of this show. It was probably the best episode. The episode before it was really good too, where she's like, or no, that was 2 episodes I think before it, where she's like, "I have no purpose anymore," and she gets in a fight with Ponko, right? And she's like half tank, right? That was 2 episodes or 3 episodes ago.
Oh yeah. Because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
last episode was the one that weirded me out, where they're basically parading a corpse around at their own wedding.
yeah. That was so funny. The shit that happens in this show is great.
It's a good show though, and that's why I decided to go with this as my profile.
I love it. I love it. I have no purpose other than being a hotel person, robot. That's great. The show is really great. Um, Another really great one and has Crimson's waifu, Kulog Generic Romance. So we get a big drop today, big info drop. Do you guys remember?
One,
It's Kudo's world.
Uh,
It's somehow in his
Yeah.
memory.
That's kind of something that was, I don't know, like you could figure that out if you were
Mhm.
watching the series. But we finally got like the actual confirmation of this all. Like it was all there. Like all the pieces were there for that one to be like easy to figure out. It's just never really mentioned or like even alluded to very heavily. So
Well, when he was the only one who could eat the food, if you think back later, you would be like, oh, it makes sense now, you know, when you realize everybody else forgets about the outside world and he doesn't.
yeah, there's a lot of things like that. Like there's a bunch of things that like he just seems to be the exception to, and it's like, okay, this is all got to be based
Mhm.
around him then.
So, do you think he paid the people to make his own little world?
I mean, when the assumption would be he,
I have no
yeah, that
idea when he
he's
did.
some, yeah, I don't know. And anime goes so many different directions when it comes to like the personal realities. Did he break in? Did he hack? Did he? uh,
I love the idea that they never cleared up that he kept on thinking he was the cactus husband that killed his rival. I do like that too because from Apocalypse Hotel because she's like, "What are you talking about?" And it's just the child's fucking being crazy. So back to this. So not Shohei. That's fucking baseball. Shohei, right? How do you say his name? Shohei.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, yes.
Is the Fed boy,
Xiao.
and then the other one, and then the Fed boy, the younger version disappears when Kulong, or not Kulong, what's his fucking name? Kudo. Kudo remembers him and he disappears. And that was all because fucking what's his name? Green hair. Glenn? No. What is his fucking name? Is it Glenn?
Gwen?
Yeah, Glenn. Yeah.
Gwen.
When Glenn tells him. So now we're everything is fucked in this place. Man, this fucking story is crazy.
is it a prequel to Apocalypse Hotel?
Maybe.
Well, that's why I like it. It
Starts the virus.
no, it's not. That's why I like it because it's got that like psychological element to it. That's what I've enjoyed the most. And like just the mystery of it, the atmosphere, all of that has been the part that I have really, really enjoyed. It doesn't have a whole lot of that romance element to it, but I mean, at this point, I enjoy the psychological stuff more, especially when they're not focusing on lore dumping you with the creepy hermaphrodite on screen.
That's not your favorite character? Are you sure? Are you sure it's not your favorite character?
No.
All right. Let's go talk to
definitely sure.
a show that's fucking awesome. Another show that's fucking awesome.
Oh, are you going to talk about the Shiunji family children? Is that the show that you're apparently really into this season? Because Rent a Girlfriend wasn't enough. We had to go that mangaka had to go a different direction this time.
Wish we had more romance though. Anytime I cannot get romance, I'm happy. All right.
And honestly, as far as both of that guy's creations,
Crimson died.
He was about to unleash
Nowhere.
such.
Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back. He's back.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
You said
Okay.
that guy.
No, I was about to say as far as that guy's two creations go. As far as his two creations go, people have basically had the same complaint from everything I've heard. They go almost nowhere and they both suck.
Both girls, both your waifus suck. It's probably why he likes them. It's probably what she's good at.
No, you fucking suck both my nuts.
Did I? Well, congratulations. All right, so let's talk to this one. So instead of ripping out Julius, At one point, it sounded like they called him Julius with a Y.
They probably
you are terrible with
enunciated.
names, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking awful. I can barely pronounce my own name. All right, so the two perfect saint tossed aside. So instead of ripping out Julius's heart, she now has to save him, which very much upsets me. And this guy's like, I love you. Can't you see I love you? I took over this man just for you. And you know what? He's like, I recreated this girl. They look exactly the same. Like exactly the same. So why does she need a different body?
I mean, I don't. Well, I don't. Clearly, he wants
Because
it to be
plot.
the right proportion. I mean, we haven't seen the proportions. She may be built, a little thicker, whatever.
She might have a slightly bigger cup size.
you know, as Takamine-san has told you, that matters.
um, but man, this show is fucking awesome. You weren't here last week, little Chad, when we talked about like the whole plot that like destroyed him.
Yeah, when
And it was just
with the king being present, where they said it, and it was all her master plan to do it.
yeah, so good, so good. Mia was the star. She tried to sacrifice herself for Philia, and Philia's like, "Nah, fuck it, I'm saving my sister." And then they kick some fucking ass. This show's good, man. This show is good. I put it on my
I
list.
feel like this latest episode might be its like it on the weaker
Weakest
end. It
point,
was kind of
the weakest point,
disappointing
yeah.
because there were some resolutions in there that just felt anticlimactic. Like Philia learning about her mother. I did want that to happen, but it just never ended up actually being like done well, if you ask me. It was kind of really forced. There is apparently some changes from like from the manga or light novel or whatever that happen in here that are a little bit more interesting. And I feel like they really kind of like they wanted to have their cake and eat it too with the final battle. Like they're taking it in stages and doing like all this stuff to set up like the tension and the stakes, but it's all happening really, really fast. So I'm not a huge fan of the resolution, but everything up to this point has been pretty good.
Do you think Philia is going to smile in next episode? Will she find her smile?
They've shown her smiling
Probably.
this season.
Did they?
I think they've shown a couple times where she smiled.
They did the chibi version, but where her eyes were smiling, but she had no mouth.
So all right, here's a question. First Prince of Paracado, that's where she got traded to.
Yeah.
Right. Does he end up with the brunette girl who looks a lot like the one he loved that died? Or am I thinking too far ahead on that one?
Dude, I have no fucking clue. It hasn't even shown anything. Reinhard, I think is his name.
The First Prince?
Yeah.
I mean, he does have the divine blessing of whatever the F I need.
Yeah. He's the sword saint after all. No, it's good. He's got all the cheat codes, which we'll talk about a little later. But yeah. There's a whole big side plot with saints from other countries, girls getting abducted and stuff. Okay, so maybe that will get introduced in the next
Season.
episode leading up to season 2.
I think if it gets introduced, it's going to be like that.
The cliffhanger
over the end credits where she just gets like it's the happy ending. They defeated the old demon dude. She knows who her mom is now.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the whole family thing, and maybe they get word that one of the brunettes in that family got kidnapped. Because there was 4 sisters that were all saints.
Yeah. So we could have a lot more that's good coming. So, but the first season is solid so far. The last one was a little worse, but we did get a confession. Look, it's 12 episodes. We got a confession already. Or it's only been 11 episodes. We got a confession already. Look at that. Better romance story.
I mean, let's be honest. We've said it before. Mia is the one who carried this series.
Mia, the MVP.
Yeah. where where she's not just letting it go. She's like, oh, what would my sister do? Well, I'm not my sister. I'm gonna do it my way, and I'm gonna get revenge and save my country. So,
Let's go. Um, let's go to a really fun one. I'm an evil lord of an intergalactic empire. And before we talk about it, we're going to show a clip from the writer's other show.
I've heard enough of this sniveling pageantry, you weaklings! Listen carefully. Fight till you die. It's better than getting killed while you stand here and tremble. You can go fight, you big jerk! Oh, you bet your butts I'll fight. After all, I'm a real noble. Unlike you wannabe royals, I'm not a coward.
And Liam in this show shows he's a real noble. And they say how much of a noble and proud they are to fight for him because he fought until all the pirates died. That's right. He kicked fucking ass.
I just love that all of our guides' plots are backfiring so spectacularly.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm gonna get him to absorb all the cast-offs of the Imperial Army at his own expense, when it was all the people who were getting cut for hating corruption and wanting to be really good soldiers. So it was good, and I did love the one girl just going completely off the deep end, killing pirates was nice.
Yeah,
which I don't blame her for, given what they did.
Christina, yeah. Her going psycho was funny. Still inferior crazy blonde to Darkness, but you know what? I appreciate the attempt in this one.
She still has.
I thought it was a pretty satisfying. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty satisfying episode, this last one, because we finally got a conclusion to this whole space pirates thing. And I wonder if there's gonna come a point where like the guy just gets sick and tired of it. He's like, you know what? Everything I'm doing just fucking backfires on me. So I'm just gonna leave this guy alone. I'm just gonna give up and not pursue the sunken cost fallacy.
Have you haven't read any of the manga? Then I'm guessing, yeah, because he's. I
don't expect it to. I'm just throwing things out there.
No, I mean the writer's good, so he gives reasons why things have to happen the way they do to keep him involved. What I will say is, I thought we got pretty decent mech anime fighting in space, which was good. I love the way the Rocket Fist has been adapted, given that he was coming from, a universe where he wanted it from, watching mecha anime. And the weapons factory person was like, no, it won't work. That's not actually feasible or structurally sound. So they use he just summons additional rockets that look like hands to do what he wants. It's a lot of good stuff. The fight with Goes, the pirate, I love the fact that he was letting him live because he thought that's what he had to do for the bounty. And as soon as his guard was like, no, for somebody like him, the bounty's the same whether he's dead or alive. He goes, oh, it is? Which immediately turns around and just kills him. He's like, we're not.
It's like, fuck this guy.
Yeah. He was just like, oh, I thought I had to do that to get. No, as long as there's a witness that can confirm you killed him. Oh, great. Here, dead.
You're good. It would have been satisfying if you let Tia get the final kill, though, or Christina, or they call her Lady Tia. So,
but see, I like it because it shows how he's genuinely actually oblivious to her. Even though she's there and her whole team is helping him, he doesn't really even remember the backstory of her crew that much. That he rescued them, that he paid the exorbitant amount of money to actually, regenerate their bodies for them and all that stuff. He's just like, oh yeah, you're here. Great. Thanks.
He's like, don't you dare show me up. And then fucking wave the flashes the whole fucking army. This is such a fun show, man. I've been moving.
It genuinely is. I didn't expect to like this one as much as I do.
The first 3 episodes, I was kind of like, but now I'm like, fucking full send, boys. Let's go. Yeah, but I also like the writer because I really like Trapped in the Dating Sim. So yeah.
Like trapped in a dating sim, they just need to get off their ass and do, because those stuff in the royal, and was it Alzor Kingdom, will be great when they do it. The character designs for those girls are awesome. The
the pigtails or
I'm
sidetails.
the I think, what is it? I think light novel 8, where they kind of do just the side projects where it's his brother getting engaged, and some of the other stuff gets that one might be very, like, I could see that being like a 2 episode of an anime season.
Or like a movie.
Yeah, maybe even a movie, because the collar thing would be funny on screen, so I don't want him to skip it. But the now you said now, and I think you've now powered through those light novels that you
I finished 4. I'm starting. So I haven't been listening because I've been gone. Right.
Aha.
So I got back and I've been catching up on a shit ton of work, and I haven't really been even listening to music or anything during work. So like I should be starting 5 like next week. So where at least that's my plan. And for some reason, anytime I fucking press pause, it goes back to the fucking beginning. So
just
anytime I
download
have to,
just download one of the other apps. It's an Android phone, right?
I did download another app and it fucking did the same thing to me.
I'll send you the one that I use, because it doesn't pause it.
Okay.
It'll do background play when you turn the screen off. It'll let you resume from where you were at if
Fuck
you
yeah.
reopen the file.
Fuck yeah.
But it's it's good. The only problem is AI voice does make it a little less
Oh my
easy.
god. Anytime it was, what was it? This, I think. Anytime it was this, it was like th.is. And I was like,
Yeah.
what? Or like whenever the period is ended, it was like dot. And I was like, dot what? Like,
Yeah, you got to train yourself to kind of understand what the AI, especially with the Japanese, when they go ara ara aha aha, like,
yeah.
and sometimes without any inflection or tone change, it takes you a couple passes to see who was actually the one talking in a scene, like at a
Uh-huh.
given moment.
Uh-huh.
But it's good stuff. And so Trapped in a Dating Sim, fantastic light novels. They're all out now, all 13. It's a very cohesive sound story, and the side story is really good too. If you do any of the
The one
side
about
stories,
Maria.
yeah, because I won't. Yeah, because you're probably, how are you?
In the manga, he's interrupting the wedding. He's saving Maria at the wedding.
Yeah, so that story becomes very relevant to the main storyline eventually too. So it's good stuff. That I have. There's some manga authors you just really enjoy their work. This guy has been really solid. he's I everything that's wrong with the guy who writes Rent a Girlfriend is right about him. So there you go. And to bringing it back to the theme of our show
Well,
tonight, which
the
is
thing
Rent a
that's
Girlfriend is a
wrong
steaming
with
pile of
Rent a
shit.
Girlfriend's writer.
Go ahead, Crimson. You start talking.
Oh, okay, you got to the point I was going to make.
Oh, was that what we were on the same page for the actual point?
Yeah. I think I'm actually lagging behind you because you guys don't hear me speak until like 3 or 4 seconds after I've said stuff.
Nice. All right, perfect. Hey, you know what? This is also the problem
See,
with
like that. Biggles literally, on my end, there was like 3 seconds of silence there.
Okay,
So Biggles, I want you to do the best and catch her at the ballpark. Go, nice lag.
nice leg. Okay, so I'm going to play a clip about why Rent a Girlfriend sucks. Go ahead, Crimson.
No, my internet is fucked tonight.
All right.
This is like watching someone on those news channels where they're on the satellite delay, where you can see the person ask the question and you can look at them as it's going through their earpiece, Like a
And they're
couple
like,
seconds
shake
later, and they're
your
like,
hand, and they're like-
yes, I do believe this is the case.
So we're going to play a clip on why Rent
All
a
right,
Girlfriend.
Tim. So if we're getting another storm, then should the people of the area be evacuated?
No. Okay. So we're going to play a clip that explains why Rent a Girlfriend sucks as we transition into the next show.
That's not why you pay a prostitute. No, you don't pay for her to stay. You're paying her to leave afterward.
You got to get rid of her. You already paid. Now you can leave. Now.
Oh, you should. The other one that would have worked is the South Park with Butters when he becomes a pimp, and he's explaining to explaining to Kyle that every boy pays for kisses. That would be the renegade. So you could do the counterpoint for Rent a Girlfriend, because you could be like, that's not why you pay the prostitute. Then you go counterpoint to Butters. Everybody pays for kisses.
Well, in the beginning of this song, the next verse is they have like the Jim Taylor version. He's like, prostitute is like any other woman. They all pay something for sex and they do it well, right? So it's the same thing as Butters, you know? I just didn't want to play any longer because I didn't want to get copyright, you know? But
I would kill to see a South Park parody of Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh my God. Like the way they did the Chim Pokemon and all that stuff. Yeah.
All right, so
Oh my! Do the abridged guys have one for Rent a Girlfriend?
Anime boys, no.
Oh yeah. So what they should do is should be Rent a Girlfriend abridged, and it should be just one episode. Here's your money. Am I gonna get? Will you sleep with me? No, we're not doing this anymore.
That would be nice. Prostitute leveling. What?
Actually, there you go. Like escort leveling.
All right, here you go. Suck. Here you go. What? Why are you standing like that? I paid you money. Now suck my dick. That's not how this works. That's not how this works.
Stab,
No, that's not
money
how this
back.
works.
Let's go.
All right. Well, where could I go to find someone who?
Oh wait, the blue-haired girl.
Where can I go to find
the blue-haired
someone who
neighbor
would
girl
do
will
that?
do it for free? Peace out, Chuzero.
It's funny because like 2 out of the 5 girls in this series are just like manipulating and using the dude. 2 of them genuinely are like in love with this guy, but won't pursue him because they're friends with the main girl. And the main girl is just using this dude as a cash grab.
Guys, I was wrong.
You got claimed?
I was wrong. Hold on, I gotta move it over to Brave. Let me do this off screen though, so I can put in my password and shit.
Now I'm intrigued. Like, what is you wrong about? Biggles, did you finally realize what we were talking about on the Apothecary Diaries?
No.
They do have Red Crow.
Oh wait, hold on.
Hey guys, look who
Why? Do you guys hear anything?
I
Because I
found!
don't.
It's
Yes,
Kazuya
we hear
and his
it.
new
I hear
AI
it.
girlfriend!
It's nice to meet all of you.
Wait, what the
You
hell?
guys hear it?
What is
I
my
don't.
ex doing here?
Wow,
I hear
Kazu. You must be taking our breakup pretty hard for you to replace me with this Walmart brand fleshlight. I would get up to give you a hug, but my new boyfriend has my legs and my back so sore.
That means she's getting her back blown out, man! I get it, Phil.
Oh, did I mention that he's a 7-foot NBA linebacker? In
What?
black?
7-foot NBA
That means he
linebacker. What
probably
the
has a
fuck?
big
I'm
dick.
like
I get it,
reading
Phil.
the things because I can't fucking hear
Do
it.
you wish for me to eliminate her?
Let's not get too hasty, Ava.
Kazu, I think your Tesla bot's mad at me.
This is really
Maybe it's
wrong,
because your
dude.
2-inch doesn't please her as much as my new boyfriend's 12-inch.
Okay, Ava.
Activating instant kill.
Wait, what?
Oh, what are you gonna do, robot bitch?
Activating illness transfer. You now have stage
It's not
4
as funny
lung
because I
cancer.
can't hear the voices. I'm just
Okay,
reading it
too
and
far,
watching.
Ava! Heal her!
Apologize first, human bitch.
I'm sorry.
Cancer eliminated.
I love this
Yo, your
PlayStation sound.
Girlfriend's sick. Hey guys, look who I found.
Oh, wait, so that's the first
Hey,
one,
Grandma.
right? Is
I
this the
know
second
you're
one?
This is good stuff.
probably not going to remember this since you have dementia,
Man, I
but
wish I could
this
fucking
is
hear
my
this.
girlfriend. She's a robot.
It's nice to meet you.
What, so you're dating a computer?
Maybe when I
the
showed
younger
the
generation
audio,
is
it
so
didn't get it.
weird. First they invent gay people, now this?
Wait,
Well,
what
she's
about gay
not
people?
just a computer. She's actually an artificially intelligent android.
You got Minesweeper installed? The only
sorry.
entertainment they give me here is
First
prune
they
juice and
invent
reruns of
gay
Family
people.
Feud.
No, but I can do other things.
Yeah? Like
Yeah,
what?
like what?
Analyzing physical
Analyzing
health.
physical health.
Analysis
Analysis
complete.
complete.
It appears you have stage 4 lung cancer.
Stage
What?
four.
You only
What?
have 3
We
months
only
to
have 3
live.
months to
Well,
live.
it's about time.
It's about
Luckily,
time.
I can fix
I
that.
can fix that.
Initiating advanced
Initiating
radiation.
advanced radiation.
Cancer eliminated.
Cancer eliminated.
Who are you?
I just love this Xbox
I gotta
sound
get
every
out of
time.
here!
It appears I cured the cancer, but worsened the dementia.
Oh, no.
Great. Hey, Grandma.
Please initiate payment.
Please
to
initiate
begin
payment to
AI
begin
dating
AI
experience.
dating.
Oh, payment for AI.
Listen, Kazu, this money is for your college tuition, so I don't want to see any of it go to OnlyFans, e-girls, cam models, prostitutes, escorts, strippers, cosplayers, streetwalkers.
Okay, I get it, Dad.
Well, you never said anything about
Never
artificially
said anything
intelligent
about
sex
artificial
robots.
intelligent sex
Thank you,
robots. Thank you,
Master.
Master.
Just Kazu's fine. Master was more my great-grandparents' thing.
Thank you, Kazu.
Thank you.
Why do you sound like
do you
that?
sound like that?
I thought you were supposed to be the newest AI model.
Apologies.
Apologies.
I didn't know you played for the other team.
No,
is that
I
all
don't.
right?
I'm just spending
Is
a
that
lot of
all
my
right?
savings on this, so I thought you would be a little more
I can't
advanced.
hear any of
Well,
this, so you guys
I
are
can do
enjoying all
other
the sound, but I
things.
can't hear.
Like what?
Initiating Gluck Gluck 9000.
What did
Wait
they
a
say?
minute, for a public!
Please initiate
What is
payment
Gluck
to
Gluck?
begin AI dating experience.
What?
Mine.
All right, here's the last one, guys.
This is worth it. This is so good.
I wish I could hear these. I'll have to watch them afterwards. Fucking.
This is better than the original Rent. If this were the anime of Rent a Girlfriend, I would watch it.
My name is Kazuya
We watched them
Kinoshita.
all, like,
And
in
guess what,
backwards
world?
order.
I have a girlfriend!
Oh,
and
yeah,
we're gonna be
probably.
happily in love with each other for the rest of
Sorry
eternity!
to break it to you, Kazu, but I'm leaving you for a 7-foot NBA linebacker.
7 foot NBA.
She left me for a 7-foot NBA linebacker? Those are two different sports! What does that even mean?
Oh, Tyrone, you're so big
You're so
and black.
I know what I'll do. Incel Reddit will always accept me.
Incel-
Women are horrible people.
Incel-
Post. I was banned off Incel Reddit. How is that even possible? Fine. I know I was supposed to be a part of the NoFap Alliance, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Want to hook up with old grandmas
Want
but
to
don't
hook
know
up with
how?
old grandmas?
No.
But don't know how?
Struggling to get it up.
No.
Struggling to get it up.
Is now free.
Brassers,
Why are there so many goddamn ads?
So
Did
many
your girlfriend
goddamn
leave you
ads.
for an
Fuck
NBA
up.
linebacker that probably has a big black
That must be Tyrone.
Wait, that's surprisingly accurate.
Try our new AI girlfriends. She
AI
might not be
girlfriends.
real,
She
but
might
at
not
least
be
she
real,
won't
but at
leave
least
you.
she won't leave
Stupid ad. You think I'm actually desperate enough to buy this?
Hello, I am AI bot.
I am
Ava,
AI bot.
But you can call me your girlfriend.
So, you don't happen to like 7-foot NBA linebackers, do you?
I am programmed to only like you.
She's perfect.
This
My
is
name-
not a girl.
I couldn't even hear it, but I was laughing my ass off. I'm just reading it.
I'm surprised you could keep up with reading all of that.
I was trying really hard, man. But luckily the other subtitles were slower, so I could read that if I had missed it.
It's okay. Biggles was just dreaming of a 7-foot NBA linebacker.
Yeah, you know, that's the best position in the NBA is a linebacker. So
Those are two different sports.
how is that even possible?
Honestly, I didn't even think about it until he said those are two different sports. I was like, oh shit, he's right.
So you know what doesn't have two different sports? Sort of the Demon
I
Hunter.
was just thinking about Mazda and Epic Mike right now.
Yeah, Mawson thinks of Epic Mike as a big NBA
NBA
linebacker.
linebacker. Okay.
Yeah.
7-foot NBA linebacker.
All right, so Sword of the Demon Hunter. Is that the sister that came back that's got him all riled up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The blonde.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, that's why they had the flashback to when she transformed into her adult Gairu demon form.
I couldn't remember what color her hair was. But yeah, so the sister is back fucking shit up with the sake.
I just feel bad because his dad is definitely gonna die. He's gonna turn into a demon. It's gonna be in front of the adopted daughter. He's gonna have to go demon to fight him off, and she's gonna be like she's gonna lose her dad, and she's gonna find out that he's actually a demon, and it's gonna mess everything up.
I hope not. I'm hoping he gets there right in time to stop it. But you know,
didn't you
he's
see? No, the
also-
flowers already bloomed. He's done.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Right out, yeah, like right outside where he was drinking and the daughter was serving. Those flowers bloomed.
And do those flowers bloom anytime a demon is?
That means, yeah, that's when the sake's hit its saturation point.
Shit. I was just hoping that he didn't change because his personality didn't change at all when he was drinking it, like everyone else. Like I was hoping that maybe he had overcome all his bad parts after he reunited with his son, you know?
Well, we don't know what his the way the sister was describing it. It could be pride, it could be lust. Like we don't know what thing is going to be his
Downfall.
deadly
Yeah.
sin, so to speak.
Yeah. Well,
So-
hopefully, I hope he gets there in time, even though
He's
he said it's
probably
not.
still pissed off about the death of his wife.
Yep. When you know what's going to happen when he gets there, it's going to be the anger over him taking the demon sister
Mhm.
and all the damage she's caused and the pain. Like he is, like he's screwed everything up, and that's what the anger is. You were supposed to inherit my family name. You were supposed to do this. You were supposed to be my heir, my legacy. All the anger over that.
Yeah, but it just seemed like he had a control on his anger. So I was just hoping. I don't know. We'll find out next week for the finale.
I just want to know in the future, and I know it's because it would be
Is it a finale next week?
13 episodes.
season 1 says 24 episodes.
Yeah, but the High Dive only has one more episode.
Oh, they must be splitting the core.
Oh, that could be a thing. That could also be it.
Because in the future,
Yeah, because on my anime list, it doesn't have, or at least it hasn't had, a number of episodes
Yeah,
assigned.
but if we go to High Dive,
it has 12.
it has 13 on High
Or
Dive.
does it have 13?
Yeah, it has 13.
So, all right. So, what we know from the play in the future is that Harlot ends up with Samurai
Mm-hmm.
and they get married, and she writes her memoirs. So, they survive.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any word on anyone else in that play. Because it was convenient that even though it did the entire life story in that play, they only showed the one segment so that we only, because the girls were talking about what happened later and all this other stuff, and he was getting annoyed the way he was written in the memoirs.
There's only 13.
Yeah, but I want to know if the demon, the waitress who's a demon. Because demons don't age, or they age very slow. In theory, she should still be around because I don't, he wouldn't kill her. So
And the other guy didn't.
So yeah, so I'm wondering if that's who is the one who's gonna possibly she could be posing as his mother or relative to get him enrolled in that school.
Could be.
Because it's
how does it's like
Wouldn't that be
can I see your
interesting?
social security card? And they're like, Wait, this says you're like 7,000 years old. What are you talking about? Like, it's like 400 years old.
Because if she's been aging, she ages very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So she would probably, by what is it's supposed to be the early 2000s in this in the future
Something like
in the
that.
current
Something
year
like that.
segment.
Yeah.
So she would probably be around her 30s, 40s
Mhm.
appearance wise. So that would check out for posing in that role. And I think so. It's just those little things. I don't want spoilers. I'm not reading ahead, but I would like to. I feel like those are interesting questions, like where they're not giving you the answers yet, even though the information is already out there in the world technically, because those girls were in the play. He was referenced constantly in that play. Now we've got the. I think it's interesting that she's attacking people through alcohol, because there's a lot of, you want to talk a lot of metaphors about demons in the bottle. And it's there's a lot of depth in where it's, even though it's demons and what you're going to turn into, about just on alcoholism as an issue. Maybe the author might have personal experience, because it seems very pointed about the drinking in this series, that it's very frequent, maybe making a cultural commentary towards the drinking in the Japanese culture.
Yes, being an alcoholic sucks. Glad I beat it. Now I only drink when I'm out of town.
Or when Ruriko comes to offer you a beer for 700 yen.
Well, I'm not. Well, that would be out of town, because I'd be in Japan. So I could
Biggles,
do that.
if they had the vendor girls at ball games, how many beers would you buy in a night?
Well, it depends on if the vendor girl's cute or not,
It's a cute Gairu vendor girl. How many beers are you buying in a night?
Maybe a couple. Maybe a couple of days.
You'll show her. It's like, would you like to see
Biggles?
Would you like to see my Mets wallet? It's casually understated with their logo.
Oh man. Okay. What's it called?
I just think with the way Sword of the Demon Hunter has been this entire season, it is going to be completely bittersweet. Like his dad is toast, and he's going to have to kill him.
Is it the best anime of the season?
Of the summer season? No, of the spring season?
No, you got the Apothecary.
Maybe.
Apothecary
All right, so maybe
like,
the best new, and all right, just make not a returning one or a continuing one. So are you saying best new one, new series?
Yeah, like my list right now, I haven't updated it with this week's episodes, but like I would move it past how do I fucking edit this list? Edit list. I would move it there. Because it's not for me, it's not touching my baseball anime.
See, I still, as far as this goes, I still like Kowloon generic romance more.
What about you, little Chad?
Yeah,
this is a personal preference. I like Sword of the Demon Hunter because the aesthetic and the show style appeals to me more than Colin does, but I do think Colin generic romance is a better written kind of mystery. Like it's got more layer. Like this one's got stuff going on, but that one is kind of a.
They're different things. It's kind of like apples to oranges.
Like you've got situations where like Apothecary Diaries is a very different kind of anime, but I can objectively say that one is head and shoulders above other ones. I think this one's a matter of personal taste, and I lean more towards Biggles, where I would put Sword of the Demon Hunter on my personal taste list above generic romance.
See, look at mine.
I definitely wouldn't. I've been loving Catcher at the Ballpark, but I definitely wouldn't put it number one. That's a Biggles personal preference right there.
I put it in front of Dad's Been Reincarnated, dude.
Looking at the list of, the number 12 there. That's not even. It was perfectly decent,
It's-
generic isekai, but it was. I'm
It
not
is
putting
a
it.
it is a business anime, which why I put it on there. I love business stuff.
I don't know. I watched that intro once and I was like,
That's okay.
No.
You suck, anyways.
Probably one of the worst intros that I've heard in quite a while.
The outro is fun.
What?
the
You say I
the
suck?
outro is fun. I like the outro.
Are you saying it's got a gluck gluck intro? That was the reference for the
Red to grow.
Gluck Gluck
Gluck
9000.
Gluck 9000 intro, yes.
Yeah, your list is definitely Biggles' list. All right.
I almost put Dinner Table Detective on here too.
I'll be honest. I would like. All right. So number 12, where I would put Country Bumpkin above that. I've enjoyed Country Bumpkin more than the Salaryman one.
If I was to make a list with all the new shows, Country Bumpkin wouldn't even be in my top 20.
I'm not sure why. I mean, have you been?
I don't know. Country Bumpkin.
Did you drop off of it, or did you? Because since they've
No,
had
I'm still watching it. It's getting. It's getting better. But
the betrayal arc isn't doing it for you.
I mean, if we're talking 2025, this is for the year, right? Best new animes of 2025.
We've had winter and spring, so just the two.
Yeah. So winter, I would also put I would put where are they? I would put Okinawa Girl on here as well. That would probably be 13. I would put that show fell off. I would put Farmagia on here before that because Farmagia did a lot better job in the anime than it does in the game telling the story. I would put A-Rank Party, even though it's kind of falling off with its 24 fucking episodes.
Now it was a continuation, but remember, 100 Girlfriends was also in the winter season.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put that on new animes.
All right, so just looking at new,
I would put Witch Watch above it, even though it's whatever for me. I would put Takamine over it.
What about Amaku MD?
I haven't finished that one, so I can't.
See, I would put that above.
I'd put Gorilla Girl above it. And I would put Mono above it, which I don't even have on here, which I probably should put on.
I know that Crimson would put Elf Girl's Cat is secretly an S-rank monster.
I'd put Satsutami, That Journey, above it. I'd put
I was just waiting for the delay to see when, and there it is, the bird.
Put Rent a Girlfriend above it.
I know it's easy to forget because it's Hulu, Disney Plus, but Medalist was fantastic.
I haven't watched that, right?
Medalist was really
I haven't watched that, so. But like, I could probably just start going and adding the ones I've watched and put them on here and rank. And then I could go back and rewatch them when it comes time to making our list and doing our award show where we have a special hidden category for a certain character that is actually not a character, but should win the award no matter what because of how much it's talked about. And now let's talk about My Hero Vigilantes. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen anymore. Look at me go.
Nice.
So,
way to go.
Did you guys watch this episode today?
I did not watch this one because I caught Demon Hunter and stuff.
Yes. I watched it before joining.
Little Chad.
I
we
actually got
got
the
a
balls.
tidbit. We know who the B girl is now. I want to talk about it, but
Did they
Well,
finally give
hold
me
up,
a
hold up.
manga accurate pop step?
As far as that goes,
What?
we
Did they finally give us a manga accurate character design for pop step? All right, okay.
No.
Just disappointment again.
No. So basically, as far as what we're dealing with in this episode, the good part is something that was kind of like foreshadowed like the past episode and a half. Or well, has been foreshadowed throughout this whole series, has been confirmed. But at the same time, like we still don't technically know who the B user is.
and we got Midnight.
R.I.P.
And-
Lady Midnight.
And we got Present
Biggles'
Mike.
favorite.
Was she your first Dami Mommy anime girl?
I don't know. Does Masato count? Is Masato a Dami Mommy?
I mean, I don't know.
What's the line between Dami Mommy
That's
and
a good
abusive?
question because I
You know
feel
what?
like and Biggles, do you straddle that line or do you lean just straight into the abusive? Like,
I mean, I'm abused by women all the time, so I don't know the difference.
do you sound like an assassin named Glasses after someone does that? Where you're just like, mommy, what?
Mommy, maybe.
Biggles is like sex. What isn't that where they like step on your balls
No,
or
I'm not
something?
lethal. But speaking on stepping on, it might be Felicia, I think is her name, from Heavy Objects, voiced by the girl who voices Rico. I think that's her name, Felicia something. I think
Did it sound? It sounds like a lot like
Yes,
another
yes.
word. Yeah,
Did you
I was
just say
wondering if hers was-
Felicia?
I literally think her name is based off of a blowjob.
Not Felicia. Not Felicia. You're saying
Felicia
Felicia.
something, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like giving head. She's the Dami Mommy of Heavy Object. Frolati. Here's the name. I'm putting it in chat. Someone tell me how to say that.
Frolatia?
Frolatia. Okay.
Yeah.
And she's voiced by the girl who voices Rico in Attack on Titan. And she
Please
has,
tell
like,
me you're gonna meet her at a convention and be like, "I loved your performances for Latio."
I'll try. But her voice is like the sexiest voice in anime. And she's like, at one point, she's like, if you guys get this done, I promise I'll step on you. And they're like, yes. So she might have been the first Dami Mommy if Masato doesn't count. Because that was like one of the earlier animes that I watched when I started watching anime again.
It just reminds me of that meme about One Punch Man. If you win, I'll sit on your face. Genos just shoots
Okay,
up.
so I don't know if you guys know JJ. He used to be on the G&G Tabletop channel, and he's like my best friend, and we play on Tales from the Dragon's Tavern, which is his D&D channel. It was his birthday. We were playing beer pong, and my girlfriend at the time, we were on Last Cup. Jeremy and my manager at the time, or kitchen manager at the time, tied the game. They finally caught him. And my girlfriend just looks at me and goes, if we win, we'll go in the shower and so, right? And I was like, okay. I look over, my manager and Jeremy just nod their head, throw the ball completely away from the table as I sing the Last Cup, and we're like, and she just grabs me and goes. And they're just like, all right, get the ice. And they threw ice at us when we were there. Yeah. Because that's what real friends do.
That's a very bro move right there.
I know. Fucking hilarious.
Oh, by the way,
but they have my back.
I started looking at just like the list on my anime list for the seasons, and man, is this genre is so, like I'm gonna read a description of a show and tell me if we haven't seen this one 18 different times the last 3 seasons. One day, Lloyd, a white mage, is banished from the hero's party. Lloyd, who lost his job, happens to accompany an S rank party.
I knew exactly what you were going for.
An X rank party by chance. At that time, no one knew that the hero's party would collapse and Lloyd would gain fame. Yet, this is the story of an extraordinary support magic user who thinks he is a normal adventurer while he is unaware of how he will become peerless. It's like, oh my god, are we really just doing the same show every time?
Is this scooped up by an
Yes,
X-Rank
it is.
adventure or something
Guys, I found a Dami Mommy waifu tier list. I found a Dami Mommy
Got it.
waifu tier list, boys.
Is it on Critic List and is it named Biggles List?
No, it's on Tier
Oh.
Maker.
Oh, okay. Abedo has to be.
Akino, step on me.
Step on. Step on, yeah.
18 step on
no,
me.
no.
Wait,
All right.
is 18 even a Dami Mommy?
I mean, eventually she has kids, right? So
Yeah, but is she a Dami Mommy?
I think she's just kind of a robot. So I would put her in a B.
Is
Who's
Yoruichi a
this chick?
Dami Mommy? That I don't know. I feel like this person's
Hold on.
idea.
Is
the
that the
crazy bitch
mom?
from
Is that what's
Shimoneta.
her? Is Bakugo's mom from?
Yeah, this is
My
Bakugo's
Hero.
mom. Because she's scary. I guess she's a Dami Mommy.
Yes.
Okay, no. Fuck you.
Mhm.
Who's this
B
chick?
tier. No, that's the that one is a chick who basically baked her quote unquote love juices into a batch of cookies for the
Oh
main
yeah, so
character
where
of
does she go?
Shimoneta.
Is she
She's C because she's weird.
all right? You know what? Hold on.
If this were Yandere Simulator,
This is my
you'd
number
put her
one
at-
waifu.
Is that
Professor
Fairy Tale?
Bitch. This is Professor Bitch from Assassination Classroom.
Oh, okay.
She is my number one waifu. She gets to be step on me. But kill me in my sleep. All right. This thing. What is this?
No, D.
Thing? Okay. She's from
that is Big
yeah, I
Mom
know
from
she's from One Piece. Let's see.
Boa Hancock. That's also
Where's
from
she
One
at?
Piece.
I see. Is that the Kaiju number 8 there girl over on the right?
I would say like
I see
B
for you
or
bagels
A.
coming up.
Wait, here?
Yeah, is that from
No.
Kaiju number 8? Okay.
No, that looks like the girl from Fire Force.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's
All
Captain
right.
Hilo.
So where's this One Piece girl? I don't know anything about her.
I've never watched One Piece, but
I
yeah.
would
So
say
let's go
B.
with Crimson B. He said.
B, okay. I don't think Bulma's really a Dami Mommy. Chi
No,
Chi.
no. Move Bulma down to C. She's not a Donnie.
Chi
Chi-Chi's D. She's just.
I don't think Bulma or Chi-Chi
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
counts
okay.
as Dami Mommy. Like they're just
Do we have
hard
this?
ass women.
Eric's not a Dami Mommy either.
How do we not have the changed soldier chick in here? Because that definitely seems like somebody who should be on there.
Maybe this. Why is Sister Lily
Like,
is on here?
half of these are not Dami Mommy. Delaine's not Dami Mommy.
What's her name?
Shion's-
Winfrey? Whitney?
Rias Grimmery.
Shion is not Dami Mommy.
She's a Dami Mommy. She could step on me too.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally
Winry, that's her
what we're
name.
talking
She's
about.
not a Dami Mommy. Winry's
Yeah,
a
she
Dami
is.
Mommy
She is.
from Full Metal Alchemist.
Maki is not a Dami
All right.
Mommy.
What you
No,
can do
no.
is
What the fuck are
immediately
you
put
talking about? No.
darkness up at the at A or step on me too.
Is Darkness here?
No, Lady Midnight. I meant Lady. Again.
Oh yeah, she's a. She's.
Yep. Rias Grimmery should be S tier.
Is she a Dami Mommy?
Well, no, A, because she Akano is the one who really
Yeah,
leans into the Dami stuff.
She's the Dom.
Now, Rias has punished her pawns as needed. So,
I mean, she's a complete badass, but she's not a Dami Mommy.
was that Sharon from Slime? That's a D. She's not a Dami. mommy at all.
What is?
I was about to
I
say
don't know. Who's
Shion.
this?
No, she's a fucking
Shion,
simp.
Who's this
yeah.
person?
So
As Death as D, as Death would be like.
Oh, I thought this was the person you were talking about. Is this a Dami Mommy?
As Death is definitely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Or is she a step on me? I don't know who this character is.
Like lethal would like absolutely wring your neck.
Well, if Masato's not on step on me, Lethal would hate me forever. I don't know who this character is. So what anime is this?
Akame ga Kill.
Oh, okay. I keep getting told to watch that. Who's this character?
That looks like I feel like I've seen
Never
the
seen her
character
before.
design, but I don't. But isn't that Ghislaine from Mushoku Tensei? Ghislaine, what's her? How do I? Is that? Am I pronouncing her?
This
Ghislaine.
one?
Is good.
She is.
Girl?
She's.
You
Yeah,
don't pronounce the
Ghislaine.
S.
I would say
Ghislaine.
A because I don't think she's definitely a harder core woman, but I don't know that she's a Dami sort because he did have to teach her how to read.
Again, she's not a Dami mommy. She's just a hard ass.
Well,
So
see,
different things like
Like she display like most of these characters display no interest in like dominant
your
sexual
down there
behavior.
should not. Yeah,
They're just
your
hard ass
and
women.
Shion from in the purple pantsuit with the broadsword. Your and her are D. They're not in any
well,
way
I don't know why Sister Lily's on a Dami Mommy list. Like,
because she's in a nun outfit and people are.
Because the person who made this list doesn't know what they're fucking on.
Hawkeye's not a Dami Mommy, even though she just yells at.
It's like the most retarded.
Hawkeye
list
just
I've
kind
ever
of
seen.
tells Mustang what to do, and he does it. She doesn't really. Okay, she's a badass, but I don't think she's a Dami Mommy, right? From teacher from Full Metal. I don't know.
No, she's not. She absolutely is not. Like that's what I'm saying. Is like this is a shit ass list. Like most of these are like not even anywhere close. Like why are they here? Sakura? Really? Sakura? Nami?
I don't know who
Yoruichi?
these people are. All right. Where does she go? She definitely feels like she would be a Dami Mommy.
Merlin, or no, that's the Bow Hunter. She eviscerates people and pulls. Yeah,
Elsa
so
Granier.
I would put that more A because she's definitely gonna murder you if she likes you, but it's
Hot.
not really a Dami thing.
Let's see if we can find a better Dami Mommy list.
She takes pleasure in killing and disemboweling people.
So sadist,
This is like I'm gonna keep complaining about this, but this is like the worst fucking Dami Mommy list that you
Crimson
could come up with.
for next week. Your challenge,
There's-
should you choose to accept it,
It's
is
so
to create
shit.
the master level Dami Mommy tier list for Biggles to have to deal with.
Oh, is this a better one? This one might be a better one.
I'm genuinely not into. I'm
Listen,
not into Dami.
Professor
Mommies. It's
Bitch
not my thing.
can be on any list you want.
I'm
and
serious.
She will be my S tier.
Crimson, you can just confuse Biggles because you can put two characters from Apothecary Diaries that appear to be different people, but may not be different people, and really just confuse them.
Is this the character from Konosuba?
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Sylvia.
No, I'm just kidding. But if I'm causing trash. Okay.
I have to go back and do another full watch through. Is that Bayonetta?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But why do people
there's
think
Bayonetta,
Ursa's a
Demetrius
Dami Mommy? She's such a submissive girl, even though she's a complete badass.
Can I just point out that Akano has been the only
Because
consistent
people
person?
think that hard ass woman
Well,
equals
Midnight
Dami
too.
Mommy.
Yeah. We've had
Is-
two.
Is
I
this
think
Cynthia from Pokemon?
There's going to be two consistent
Yes, that is
entries
Cynthia from
apparently
Pokemon.
across all the Dami Mommy list: Lady Midnight and Akano
She
from
was
High
on
School
it.
DxD.
She was on it too.
What about in High School of Dead? Would
This
you
is a
put
Fire Emblem character. I don't remember. Oh, Psycho. Yeah, I would say she's probably a Dami Mommy. She probably because doesn't she? Oh, here's another Dami Mommy waifu list. Up, same one. That's trash. Okay. Anime muscle mommies. No. Best
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to make one of these lists because I'm not into this type of
best
women.
anime mommy milkers.
But if I were to make a list, I would. I don't mind if the waifu can kill me. I just want her to be nice to me. Okay.
Fucking loser. No, mommy tier list. What is this one? Armin is on the mommy tier list. He's the only guy on the list. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Okay. All right. Who is the most mommy? What the fuck? Man, these people are fucking weird. Dami Mommy Go Burr. Hold on, I gotta show you this one. I don't understand this one, but it makes me laugh with the name. Dami Mommy Go Burr. I'm guessing that's an anime or something. But Asuka.
These lists are inferior.
I think this is the only character I know out of all of them. And she's like 14. So
have you done a tier list for the villainous girls yet?
No, we should.
All right, here's your challenge though, Biggles. When you make the tier list on the S tier level, you're only allowed to put one.
Oh yeah, well, it's Alicia. She'll be the greatest villainess of all time.
You're gonna when you've got
Which
all
Alicia?
of those lists.
Yep. I'll have her as number 1, and number 2 will be Angie.
From Trapped in a Dating Sim?
Yep.
What about Louise?
Louise. From which one?
Trapped in a Dating Sim.
Louise as a villainess?
Louise. She was the villainess in the Republic arc.
Yeah, but I'm not doing light novels.
She should be in the next stand anyway.
It would have. We're doing it out of the animes that are out.
Yeah,
and honestly, she's not as good as Angie, so she wouldn't even be she's not touching Angie. And then we have Katarina right there, right below S tier. I could do this in my sleep. Well, Grace from not Grace from Dad's Been Reincarnated, but Grace.
Well, save it for next week, dude. Save it for next week.
Yeah, because I think that's a good challenge for Biggles to deal with.
But see, this is being dominant doesn't make you a Dami Mommy. Like, Urza is the strongest fighter in fucking Fairy Tale. But when it comes to relationships, just look how she is with Joel. She's extremely submissive.
If you want to know what a Dami Mommy is for, in real, Akano is pretty much your prototype Dami Mommy anime girl.
Yeah.
Maybe Lady Midnight as a.
Or how about we go with a contemporary one, Belle from Yandere Dark Elf.
Ooh, yeah. Or Chain Soldier.
Well, no, I don't think that really counts.
Chain Soldier, you could go with.
Well, okay.
Chain Soldier is a better one. Chain Soldier is
because she is literally chaining him.
So hold on. But is she actually a Dami Mommy? Because she doesn't want to do it and she's forced to do it.
No. That's the punish. No, that's what she has to pay the price for doming him. Like when she chains him and has him uncollared and she's using him.
Okay.
She ends up having the penalty for being the Dami Mommy. The problem is what he's requesting as in his subconscious turns into full dommy mommy behavior where she's like, what was the episode where
That's
she's
why
like,
he
you
likes
really want me to step on you? This is what your subconscious desires. He's like, apparently I guess it is. I mean, I can't help it.
well, when he like when she shares it with the little girl who does the scouting, doesn't he just want a hug from her or something? Or like her to call him like big brother or something weird like
Yeah,
that.
it's a more wholesome one for the other girl,
like
but
a
not
kiss on the cheek.
yeah, but not for the girl whose arms turn into guns or whatever.
Yeah.
He gets some, or the giant girl.
Ugh.
Those are not the wholesome requests.
Okay.
Or the, of course, he also has the inappropriate the sister who's obsessed with him, which is a problem.
Oh, from the bad faction. Yeah, that's
Yeah, she's like, hey bro, it's only hot if we're blood related.
Okay, so we went off the rails, but we're at the 2-hour mark. So anything you guys want to say? Also, Marcel, thanks for hanging out the whole time.
That after the new season of Isekai Quartet got announced.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, sorry. I had that shit ready and I fucked up.
That we should all be excited about the idea of Sid being mixed into that group.
Dude, we're going to get fucking Midnight Sonata. Let's go.
Or Epsilon. How quickly do you think an Isekai Quartet?
This is literally going to be the compilation of some of the. This is going to be the compilation of some of the most ridiculous isekai shenanigans ever.
The greatest isekai gets renewed for season 3. Let's go.
What's hilarious is look at that picture. What is wrong with this picture? Tanya down there still only has 1 season. Everywhere else, like we got ReZero finishing up its 3rd season. We got Konosuba doing its 3rd. Overlord.
There's a 2nd season coming.
Is there? Like Shield Heroes up to season 4.
Yeah,
Overlord's in season
yeah.
4. Eminence and Shadow, they've done 2, and the 3rd one is coming.
Well, isn't the movie supposed to be out this year or something
Eminence and Shadow.
They're doing the movie, and then they do not have enough light novel to actually do anymore.
Okay.
I love Tanya, man. That one was such a good,
and people are so stupid. They're like, they banned her from like New York Comic Con because they're like, it is Nazi imagery. It's from World War I, you fucking idiots. Like, jeez.
Yeah, as long as no one's gonna go as Brocken Jr., we're fine.
Little Chad.
Yeah.
I got that in Pennsylvania.
Nice. But yeah, do you think all the 7 shadows are going to come with him too? They've got to, right?
I think so. And they're probably going to run into Reinhardt, and they're like Sid might be the only character that might be able to fight Reinhardt on even footing.
Do we think that Epsilon's going to have which person is going to accidentally cause Epsilon's fake boobs to fall off?
Oh, it's got to be Cause Trash. He's probably going to accidentally steal them.
And then I want a moment with Aqua trying to make ones out of water or something.
and then they're going to be like, fucking Albedo is going to be making fun of Shell Tears, or Aqua's going to be making fun of Ares, how they stuff their shirt, and Epsilon is going to be like right there because she stuffs her shirt.
No, and in the background, I want Darkness just doing her thing where she's like, "Oh my god, it's so humiliating. It's so terrible. Can you imagine the shame? Oh my god, the shame."
There's got to be a moment in here where like Subaru is like talking with Sid, and he's just sitting there thinking, "Man, I thought I was cringy. Like, holy crap!" Like it's just like everyone's gonna be fully aware that Sid is full on like Chunibyo mode.
No, what would be great is Subaru is telling the story of how he stood up to say he was Amelia's knight, and Sid takes out a notepad and starts writing down things. All right, so you stand up in the room and you say, "I am the knight of the."
It's got to be something like that, man. Dude, I just can't wait to the shenanigans for this show. This show introduced me to darkness, and when
See,
I
no,
yeah.
it'll get even better when he starts copying Ainz. When Sid starts copying Ainz, that's gonna be the fucking funniest.
Well, okay, so this show introduced me to darkness. That when I met Christina V, I was like, this is my favorite darkest scene ever from Isekai Quartet. And I like played it for her. And it's when she's like, this big, strong man is going to whip me, like tie me up.
No, the best. All right, my
Give me
the
your
act.
best shot, soldier.
No, my favorite darkness one. Was it in season 1 where she's when cause
You're doing
trash
shows now?
and she's like, oh my god, you'll yell at me and you'll sit on the couch and drink and get fat and you'll make me go out and use my body to earn money for the house and you're just gonna
I believe that was season 2 where she's
Yeah.
talking about her ideal man in the mansion. Like she doesn't want to marry this guy.
Yeah.
He's like super nice. And he's like a really good dude. And she's just like, I want to be abused.
And she just starts getting lost in her own fantasy. She's like, and then he'll
He looks as if he's already licking me down with his eyes.
But yeah, I mean, the mixing Sid in and the Seven Shadows is going to be so awesome. Like, I want Ainz and Sid to be talking, and Ainz to realize that Sid is even more oblivious to his subordinates knowing what's going on than he is.
You know what? You know what they should do is he's just going to be talking stuff, and they're and like have like Subaru or Tanya or Ainz or Cosmo just be like, he's just making this shit up.
I feel like you're gonna have like as far as like who gets along with who in this.
Demiurge is going to be like, oh, I know what you're saying to like Sid and be like, tell off his plan as well.
Demiurge and Alpha are going to start getting into arguments about which person's lord is more all-knowing and a master of the plans.
I get the feeling that like Tanya and Naofumi are just not going to be having it with Sid. Subaru is just going to be like the guy who's like, all right, whatever.
No,
and
wait,
you know how is just going to be the dude who's like, are you dumb?
Right, so
you don't know what you're talking about.
In the first season, we had the Subaru and Kona Trash moment where they realize they're basically the same character almost. We're gonna have the moment where Shield Hero and Sid are looking at each other and being like, "Are we related? Are we like our design is really close to each other? we're really OP over here." Or and then Ainz and Tanya can be like, "Why we're the only ones without a double? What's going on?"
Man,
yeah, but who goes into Class B or with Reinhardt and them? I mean, I would think the Seven Shadows end up in there, and Gamma is Gamma the one who's the wolf girl?
Delta's
gonna have a lot.
Delta needs to be a Class A, dude.
No, Delta is gonna be. Well, she'll keep like sniffing and coming into class.
Dude, they need. It would be so funny if like Delta is like sniffing Kazuma. Like,
wait, didn't the twins go in? The twins are in there from Overlord. Yeah. So maybe the twins are like taming her. Like to
that would be great. Or no, which is it Kazuma or Subaru that the creature, the hamster from Overlord keeps biting?
I think that's Kazuma.
Yeah, so Delta should be biting Kazuma. Just like having a running theme that all the animal type people are biting Kazuma trash.
Or like every time Kazuma walks by, she growls. Like
it would be fucking great, man. I love you.
And is it Beta the one that is completely clumsy out of the Seven Shadows? The one who runs the store?
No, wait.
I don't remember.
But she's the only one out of the 7 shadows who
I
can't even fight.
I think it's Gamma. I think it's Gamma.
Maybe that's Gamma.
I think Beta's another blonde.
I was gonna say, is Beta? I think Beta's the intelligent one.
With the
Alpha
glasses?
is obviously the leader. No. Yeah, actually, the writer. Yeah, I think that's Beta. And then Delta. I mean, need we say more? Delta is best girl.
Need we say
And
more?
Epsilon is the one who constantly has the wardrobe malfunctions with the slime, and it makes me laugh every single time. As the entire crew that works with her is like, we didn't see anything.
my favorite.
Crimson died again. Rest in peace, Crimson. We hardly knew you.
I will never not laugh at the scene where she dodges the. I'm right here. What are you talking about?
Okay, you're back. He froze at one point.
Yeah.
He said, "I'd never laugh." Were you talking about when she like moves her slime boobs out when the thing slashes, then they go back? Yeah. Okay, that's what.
Yeah, I never failed to laugh when that clip comes up in my feed.
It's like a perfect bookend to High School of the Dead with the boob physics with the bullet going through them. Like in between, whereas then you bookend that with the scene from Eminence and Shadow, where the fake slime just gets removed.
All right,
I'm really looking forward. Isekai Quartet is one of my guilty pleasures. Just makes me laugh. It's good. They're what about 10-12 minute episodes? Perfect little bite-sized enjoyments.
You know what? I kind of want to add this to my top 10 favorite animes of all time.
I mean, you wouldn't. I wouldn't disagree.
I mean, they're chibis, right? My favorite art style are chibis, right? And then it's just so fucking funny. I think after season 3, I can safely put it in my top 10. I have a Villainous Takeover. Yeah. There has to be a Villainous Takeover. And I have to have a second baseball one going on there, man. We got some changes coming. We'll have a list. We'll make a list. Next week, we have finales. Crimson is going to make a Dami Mommy list of all his favorite Dami Mommies because he's the only one who knows what animes have Dami Mommy. No? All right. Little Chad can make the list.
No.
Don't look at me, guys. I know like 3 of them.
I mean, we're gonna have to go to 100 Girlfriends, and we'll definitely get several candidates.
There you go. Oh, is Hahari?
I mean, she's got the mommy part.
Yeah, that's all we need, right? I mean, she's kind of.
I don't know how many of them are like dominant types, though.
I mean, we've got a high-end tsundere, but that's not really dom. We've got a masochist who likes to get a bat swatted on her that probably does it for Biggles on multiple levels too.
I still want them to do a season 3 so that we can get to my favorite of the whole fucking bunch, Natty.
Is she the drunk one?
You said her name is Natty? Like Natty Light?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Well,
no, this is she is an English teacher. We'll leave it at that. She's an English teacher.
Nice. Well, that's all we got for you guys today.
She's gonna be like, nice swing.
Nice. All right. That's all we got for you guys today.
Oh no, it's so much better than that. Y'all should fucking read the manga. It is great.
Now I'm on chapter 2.
I interrupted his theme song.
No. We're ending on Goblin Slayer, everybody. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.
Like hell, we're gonna believe that.
A goblin lord? My ass. You're just a damn goblin. Just a disgusting little goblin. And me,